Gotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
Back down,
here.
Yo on the Greymane gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael if they're a triple.
The ley line used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the Lurking Hawk. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruby's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the blood on the backside. The Duo gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Taco.
Howdy, hello, and welcome to twitch.tv/El Taquito. I am your host, Taco. Here with me today is the fantastic, the crazy Super Carve RG. Carve, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Ready to see some awesome action. And I'm going to fix something real quick, so everyone's going to lose audio. Alright, so that was kind of awkward. The twitch.tv is going to be cut off, but there's Supercar's info. So our lobby just
This one gone.
died, so that's cool. So anyway, Carve. We just got out of the coin flip, ready for some action. We got rid of Towers of Doom and Braxis on the side of the 9 Avatara, and Souls and Slowmo got rid of Battlefield and Dragonshire. What do those map bans say to you?
I mean, I think it's pretty standard. I think most people dislike most of those maps, or at least a few people really hate them, so that's not too surprising. You don't see Dragonshire a whole lot.
No, it's real prime for getting rotated on.
Yep.
So the 9 Avatara picked up, or opted for rather, Towers of Doom. Keep in mind, Souls and Slowmo won the coin toss, picked first pick. So Towers of Doom, what do you like here? What don't you like that you see sometimes? Like, just what are your thoughts overall on the map?
Towers of Doom is probably one of my favorite maps just because there's a huge comeback mechanic in it, just because you can't end on the core. But I really like seeing a strong 4-man and a dual soaker, but it's tough to pull off. I also like big, fat wombos.
Yeah.
But that's on any map, my friend.
Sorry, dealing with still a lobby issue that's going on. Yeah, I think overall, having a strong double soaker with a really strong combo 4-man is the way to go for Towers of Doom. But I'm excited to see what these teams do, which I believe both teams are ready. So I'm gonna give them the go ahead if you're ready.
I'm ready, my friend.
All right, so let's get into the draft for game 1. The 9 Avatara versus Souls in Slowmo on Towers of Doom.
Co-caster, am I ready? I am ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. My body is ready. My soul is ready.
Little shout out to old Patty Cakes on Twitch. Thinks I'm gonna have to change my headphones 3 times. Little do you know, Pat, I charged my headphones last night in preparation for this.
There you go. All right, so
A real Silver 3 thing to say, honestly.
hey, it's better than Bronze 4.
Yeah, could be worse.
So we'll get a response to that in about 30 seconds. I'm done. I'm dead. See you later.
I'm interested, going back to the game instead of making fun of our viewership. It'll be interesting to see if they do meme bans or meme comps, or if they're gonna kind of go. I don't like the term try hard. I think everybody should try hard at most stuff that they do, but it'll be interesting.
See how
to
well
see.
they scouted.
Yeah. Yep. See if they scout. See if they go kind of vanilla, classic team comps, or if they're just gonna send it.
You know, I like to see it sent. So far, a Muradin ban and probably a Taunt variant ban looks like scouting information.
Yeah, it's not super common to ban the Muradin, so you'd figure that they probably know a little bit more than maybe we do about what these guys play normally. I wonder if we'll see no Ming ban, no Gazlo ban, no Chromie ban. Kind of keeping away from the regulars and going specific here. I think they're target banning, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely looks like that. Kind of going back to these look like scouted bans. Li Ming really good at delays though.
Yeah, that's probably.
So, but I don't think you just randomly ban Li Ming. Zeratil's absolutely a targeted ban.
Yeah. I'd say probably 3 out of the 4 heroes there are probably banned. Ming is just a hassle to play against, though.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got some really big news, not related to this, but it popped up in front of me, and but I'm back.
Did you pass any tests?
I don't have the actual information on that yet, but as far as I know, that score is still accurate. We get a Falstad first pick, and again, that Zeratul looks like that target ban, but we hit on that. Falstad really strong right now coming out of that patch, probably the biggest winner of this most recent balance patch. Also strong global hero on this map, responded to by a really strong double soaker in Zul and Cassie, who's just a persistent damage dealer.
Just what we were talking about with the dual soak and then the 4-man bottom. Cassie is a good anchor for that 4-man in damage. And then the Gazlo pops out, looking for a little OP hero here. And Diablo has so many walls on this map, and most of the choke points, he'll be having a field day. He can do it.
Yeah, I would like to see, I mean, the Gazlo Diablo kind of can. I'd like to see a little bit more shutdown for Zul, because in a team fight, if you have a blue Zul build, you blind him and he's done. But if you're not getting that CC on him, which you're not really focusing most of your CC on Zul at first, so I'm curious to see how they deal with that. Zul'jin ban, Zul'jin's been really strong past couple of patches.
Yeah.
Might be a target, might not be.
Yeah, and with a Falstad and a Gazlo, I mean, Zul'jin can just do so much damage in the right hands. It's ridiculous. Tassadar, obviously they think they're playing Pat.
I don't know who you're talking about. Mr.
I don't either.
Mr. Never Give Information.
I think the information is out there, my friend.
You know, and so is Adventure. Adventure is out there. Lucio coming out. Lucio dropping the beats all over Jaina and Cat. Ooh, okay, that's starting to get scary.
I'm hoping for an ETC here or something else to set up like a Jaina ring. Because,
you think ring?
Well, I love the ring talent. I think Welly's pretty overpowered right now, but
I think Welly is definitely her stronger ability.
I think it is too, but if you can land that ring on even just a few heroes, or if you have a setup for it, I would guess in Div E, we're looking probably at not what I thought. Okay, never mind.
I
thought there was going to be some.
All right, yeah, but check this out. You got Garrosh, you got Boostio, and then you've got the lockdown behind it. Garrosh runs in, throws any of them except for Falstad. Diablo maybe gets out, but if he can get to the Gazlo, if he can get to the Anduin, hell, if he can somehow get to the Chromie with that Indomitable, then that's just a big ol'. There's
a lot of targets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of targets.
All right, so here we go into game number 1. And hey Senna, congratulations. Welcome to the stream. game number 1, Towers of Doom. Let me get that prediction poll up because I'm totally where I can manage that right now.
I've got a bold prediction.
What is
like
your prediction?
I like the Jaina, Garrosh, Zool comp with Cassia and Lucio better. But I think Falstead is going to change this game, and I think he's going to have a couple of Gus, and Diablo's going to have a couple of Apocs that put it into their hand.
Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that coming. So, in the chat right now, we do have the prediction up. Who's going to take the game? The 9 Avatara or Souls in Slowmo? Wager your points. Vote for your team. Let's get some hype in here. Meanwhile, on the blue team, in the blue trunks, in the blue corner, Shybar on the Cassia, Maharba on the Zool Ska. Listening to that Ska music on Lucio. Gecko on Jaina, and Genghis Khan on the Garrosh. That is your team. The 9 Avatara. Carve, who do we got on the other side?
Souls in Slowmo has Diablo played by Fan New again. Sorry, he's moving too fast. We got Mr. Born to Shine playing the Anduin. The captain on our favorite little dwarf. Where'd he go? Oh, Sub-Zero is on Falstead, and then up in the top lane we got Gazlo played by Silverbell. Not deciding that he's gonna battle in the middle, just going right to lane, getting some of that soak, trying to get ahead of Zool here.
Well, it makes sense, not wanting to give those free stacks early to Cassia. Also, normally I wouldn't do this, but Carves, you just super disappointed me. Chromie is a gnome, and Falstead isn't.
Nobody's for sure. I don't think there's any way to prove
Although
that.
she's actually a dragon, but, you know, whatever.
Chromie goes down.
Yeah, nice first blood over to the
Your
9
little
Avatara.
gnome went down pretty
Gets
quick
the,
there.
I thought you said there's no way to know. No way to know.
Yeah, no, I was right. As soon as I said it, I was like, I hope nobody noticed that.
Nobody notices?
You can do better.
No, I can't. Garrosh getting a good pick on the Chromie. Nice first blood. Exactly what 9 Avatara wants to do coming into this as Gazlo headed up for this early siege camp up top. The 9 do pick up their own siege camp. And going to try to get those sappers pushing. Those sieges really, really big throughout the game.
Now we got some action going down.
And
Falstead falls in the bottom lane. Don't know what he was doing down there.
I don't know. That happened so fast. Like, I was showing it, but I just was like, I don't have words for this. Falstead, where are you going, bro? But Souls in Slowmo picking up their own sapper camp now. Chromie, let's see, what did she go with? She went with Time Walker's Pursuit as Diablo goes down. This is just a murder fest on the side of the 9 Avatara. Somebody call the police. Jeez. Garrosh everywhere that Souls in Slowmo does not want him to be. Gazla coming down for the help, letting Zool get that extra clear there. Down by a level and change. And 9 Avatara stealing the Souls in Slowmo camp. Tosses the Anduin into the turrets, but that is allied turrets, not going to hurt him. And another kill.
Meanwhile, Zool is double soaking, so not only are they able to capture these camps and get these picks, but Zool is just free farming top and mid lane. And I think that whole thing started down bot because Souls seemed a little disjointed going to the top, possibly trying to catch Zool up in the top lane at top camp. No go. He was mid.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a rough start right now, or a strong start, depending on who you are wagering your points on. Currently, the poll prediction is 10 fuzzy Takalifts to 10 fuzzy Takalifts, so maybe we get a little bit more action in there with the voting. But looks like we see a trade in objectives on the top side. Diablo may be going to delay. No, not in time. Zool does get the 4 points off for the 9 Avatara. 9 Avatara getting 8 points out of that set. And probably going back to just soaking and pushing.
Yeah, and keep in mind too that this is as far down as Souls is right now. This is the ultimate comeback map, and I can't count how many times, whether it be in Storm League or in NGS, you see a team down hard come back on this map. It just takes a team fighter to do it. So
Yeah, a really smooth, methodical kill on the Diablo there. Just one ability after the other, spaced out very well. So Carved, your Souls and Slowmo. What adjustment do you make? It's early. You can make a lot of adjustments right now. What adjustment do you think is key for them to make at the moment?
they just can't keep getting picked. I mean, they're down a full level right now. But that's almost all because they keep chaining their deaths, and they just can't fight a 5v5 or a 4v4. You have them ganking up top right now, waiting for Zool, trying to do something about that, but they've just got to play smart and wait for 10s, and this map can be anything you want it to be if you take your time.
Yeah, so coming up with that pick onto Zool. Zool maybe gets out, but with 20 health left, a very heartbreaking gank, but that's the kind of pressure that they need, but they lose Chromie in the process, so no trade. These sappers get through. This fort is going to go down, and holding this bottom fort is going to be very big for Slowmo, but maybe not before Garrosh dies. No, gets knocked out. The last tower shot's not able to take him down. In the first fort going over to the 9, and Souls in Slowmo. I almost said slows.
You can just call him SIS, I think.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a mouthful.
Yeah, Souls. They're part of a family of family teams. They got dad, mom, sis, and bro, I believe.
Oh, okay. Diablo interrupts the channel down bottom. They're gonna have to do whatever they can to just stay alive here with the 9 Avatara up 10s here.
A nice Valkyrie onto Diablo, but the rest of the team going for the Falstad pick. Almost gets yoinked of Faith out of there, but not quite in time. Falstad goes down, then Diablo to follow. And right now, 8 kills to nothing. 9 Avatara solidly in control, and we do get the Elemental. Mr. Born to Shine running that Anduin. Lots of light
almost
to
dies
be
to the
in.
tower.
Yeah, he had to stop and heal. I kind of understand that. Understand stopping to heal. It's hard to make that call, though. So right now, the 9 Avatara playing the map pretty well perfectly. Sorry, I should have
really putting on a
down
clinic.
This way. Yeah, but again, it's towers of comebacks.
Gaslow, he's just as good of a hero as he is right now. He's just not going to be able to keep up with Zool. Zool just clears so much faster.
Yeah, I don't think they should have tried to have Gaslow keep up with double soaking, and they should have made sure to have someone else help with the soak in the mid lane. We do see a let's drop the beat. That is a sound barrier go out from the Lucio. All heroics being used on the side of the 9 Avatar, which we'll go over those in just a second. And getting 3 kills for it looked like. Oof. Now it's 3.
I mean, I get that Sis has to put something out there to try to get that bottom tower back, but you gotta be watching for that Garrosh throw.
Yeah, absolutely. So real quick, while this altar is spawning and camps are getting picked up, we've got Elemental for the Jaina, we've Valkyrie on the Castia, Lucio dropping the beats with sound barrier, Garrosh on the Warlord's challenge, taunting everybody and telling them they smell bad, and Zool with the giant booger Poison Nova for that AoE damage over time. And as this altar goes down, Carl will tell us the heroics for Sis in just a minute.
Yep.
But let's look at this. Lucio getting the channel. Diablo going in, getting the interrupt.
Way deep.
Yeah. Oh, a nice gust into the wall. Just how you want to see it. The light bomb a little late. Gonna get 2 stuns out of it. And Chromie being saved from Cassia by that wall during the Valkyrie. There's the Gazlo bomb. Graviton going off or Gravo bomb rather, but not quite able to get the kill. Chromie getting
Lucio
saved.
had a great sound barrier, saving, I think it was Cassia. Pretty low, or Garrosh was pretty low. Sound barrier saved his life.
Cassia and Garrosh both yet owing their healer a drink, that's for sure. And another toss onto Anduin by the Garrosh. The Song Sand's gonna be a lot to help
Jaina's
protect.
way out of position down here too.
A beautiful APOC is gonna stop the Jaina retreat, and Souls and Slowmo starting to pick up the momentum. They have the last kill recorded so far, and they need to ride that baby into town. Carved now if you would, tell us about these heroics.
Chromie going with Slowing Sands, just a hassle and a half. Grab a bomb out of the Gazlo, Apocalypse out of Diablo. Only ult you should go on Falstead, Mighty Gust, and then we got Light Bomb on the Anduin. I would love to see a Light Bomb onto Diablo as he charges in there. They've got a lot of good synergy with the Slowing Sands, the Grav Bomb, the Light Bomb, Apocalypse. They've got a lot of good synergy in their ultimate heroics.
Yeah, I think these level 10s are exactly what they needed. Unfortunately, they got them from a very behind position, but they're only down a level now, whereas they were down by a good chunk earlier.
Yeah,
So,
only down 10 shots to the core too, so well within range. Definitely be something.
Yeah, absolutely. As
They
long
come back
as your
from.
core has 1 health on it, you're still in the game. I know there are some people that would like to disagree
Big
with that.
flip. Sound Bearer saves Garrosh in.
And a big pick with the Valkyrie on the Chromie, and a lot of healing coming out of Diablo on out of that healing well.
Yeah,
Had
and
to
you
have been
can
the
tell. You can tell the difference in what these two teams are playing for. We got Sis playing for some big wombos with some heroic synergy, and you don't see Cassia go the Valkyrie a whole lot, but you can tell that what they're trying to do is trying to just get a pick. That's all they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jaina having to use that ice block. The APOC out just in time as she comes out of the ice block. Jaina gonna go down thanks to the Gazlo comboed off of the Wombo, and Falstad gonna fall to the Garrosh, not able quite to get out of the way. Some repositioning of the enemy team. Garrosh with a big taunt, but taking a lot of damage, less than 500 health. Not gonna last very long probably. The Giant Booger goes out to zone off the rest of the 9 Avatar, while Slowmo will try to wear down this very sturdy tank who is making a very good distraction so that his team can get out. Lucio's going to get this bottom channel, no problems. Souls and Slowmo chasing, getting the kill on the Zool. That is a 3-for-1. Again, really getting back into this action, and they're in a position to take control of this map now.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of stuff for them on the map, and they're maybe going to lose bottom tower, but it looks like they're just barely going to save it there.
Honestly, at this point, if I had just finished the altar phase, I want that tower to fall so I can take it back. Because if anything happens, 9 Avatar can swoop in and just knock it down right before an altar phase. And
Well, yeah, and you've got 3 of them down on the other team. You know you can get it back quick,
sorry about that,
Risky.
my mouse ran away.
but you could do it.
Gazlo getting that top camp. Sorry, Gazlo, you're the offlaner. You don't get to show up on camera. That's just how playing the offlane works.
It's the thankless job that all offlaners take, so shout out to all of those offlaners
You
out
know what,
there.
Gazlo? Here you go. Here you go, bud. Right here. This is all you.
Okay.
Go,
Yeah.
Gazlo, go. This is you, bud. Right here. You show this camp what is up. Look at those. Oh, the brains are wearing sunglasses in the turrets. That's fantastic. Yeah, you
like
beat the
it.
crap out of that. That bottom tower fell, and we're going to come back out down to this action because there is the Valkyrie. Going to catch the Falstad instead of the Chromie. Falstad going to fall. Chromie staying alive. I really thought Chromie was going to get caught there. They are about to be fighting under an enemy tower, though. 5v3. Lucio with the wall ride and the push off through the Anduin, and Diablo getting tossed by the Garrosh, but it doesn't matter who he gets. No, Diablo with just enough health pool, even through that armor break to stay alive. 600 health, then yanked from safe to safer. Way to go with that, with the defense there under their own 4. I thought they got out pretty cheap. That Souls and
I think there's a good chance here that the 9 Avataras take all 3 shrines.
Yeah, they've already gotten the left and the bottom ones. And Cassia's running up, and here's the Falstad 5v4 right now. There's a big old light bomb. That's exactly what they needed. As the
good
Garrosh
gust.
goes down,
Good
the tank is
follow-up
down,
gust.
Cassia's coming up. There is a missed Q from the Cassia. Everybody on Souls and Slowmo is low, but some Divine Star action coming out from the Anduin, and Gazlo gonna pick up this top right altar. Definitely worth that team fight.
Well, yeah, and the risk when you have Gust is that you're going to anti-synergize with your team, but they did a great job of getting the pick, getting a person down, and then gusting the rest of the team away and resetting. Shout out to my Fallstead players. Wish I could play that here.
He's a rough hero to play, but he's really strong after this patch. Maybe you should try picking him up.
See what I can do. No promises.
All right. Right now, Souls and Slowmo working on getting rid of this, or taking back their tower, I should say. Sylvanas, leave your brother alone. As 3 sappers coming in. All right, get out of here. No. Sorry, the animals are like all up in my business right now.
Yeah, it is worth noting that when he talks about Sylvanas, he is talking about his dogs, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, just the one. Just the one is Sylvanas. Darian is the other one. They're not both Sylvanas. That would be confusing.
That would be silly. That would be silly.
No, Sylvanas is silly. So I guess it would.
Got a boss play.
Absolutely. The 9
Transitioning from animals to the game that we're casting.
This game is an animal right now. Oh my goodness. The 5-man takes the boss right now. 9 Avatara just in map control. Souls and Slowmo trying to get back their towers. 2 more altars popping up on the top side. Souls and Slowmo, I think they're just going to leave their middle tower alone.
Even if they get this tower back, all they need is one shrine here, or 1 cap in the altar, and then it's game over.
Yeah, if that altar doesn't get, or if that tower doesn't get taken back, which it's not going to in time, Diablo, understanding what's at stake, going and delaying the Zool. Chromie gonna get this pick up while the rest of the team collapses on the altar. Gazlo and Chromie on the way. There's Light Bomb, not gonna get a shield from it. Valkyrie onto the Diablo and the stun. Blizzard gonna take out Diablo. He does have souls. He'll be back. A nice Gravo Bomb onto 4. Dragon's Breath over on top of the Gravo Bomb, but Falstad and Anduin gonna fall instead. Cassia getting out with not a whole lot of health, but coming back in on the Gazlo. Gazlo not able to keep it up. Chromie defending for her life. Diablo coming back in, needs to get the Q, move over. The cap still hasn't happened. Chromie's gone down. Diablo, the 1-man army, get to the Lucio. No, that is the altar. 5 points to the 9 Avatara for exactly the win. Game number 1 over to the 9 Avatara.
Great game. They played that one pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, really strong. 5 deaths to 22. Really good showing. And I think the stat page fairly well clarifies what happened. But if you would like to run over those real quick, I do have to say hello to Sylphrenia. Hello, number 10. I have arrived. Hello, number 4. Thank you for using your fuzzy taco lips.
She didn't say anything to me. It's kind of rude.
You don't have a
I'd
number.
say. Oh, dang it.
So tell me about the stat page. What stands out to you?
Well, the first thing that stands out to me has nothing to do with the stats, but I think Lucio, if I had to pick an MVP, there was some great tosses. Zool obviously knew what he was doing, dual soaking. Jaina was on fire too. Cassia did well, but Lucio had so many really clutch sound barriers that just protected the Garrosh at the last second, or protected the whole team, that really allowed him to keep that kill-death ratio way in their favor. I mean, you can look at the stats and see that Zool had 31,000 hero damage. He would have been second on the SIS team. Just a lot of damage coming out from the 9 Avatara.
Yeah, it was a lot to deal with. They zoned well, they rotated well, they were where they needed to be when they needed to be, and they weren't where they didn't need to be, and that showed.
Brilliant analysis.
Right?
You are absolutely correct, Mike.
I mean, I know it sounds like super simplistic, but that's really the key to this game, isn't it? Is there a reason you're biting me? Oh, now you're being nice, asshole.
I'm not biting
anybody.
anybody.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, Carve, I misunderstood.
Okay.
Sylphrenia
People are
also
probably
saying
never
hello
gonna
to...
watch us cast a game again, huh?
No, they love
like,
this.
oh, Carve and Taco are casting? They're freaking weird, man.
Also, Sylphrenia is saying hello to @Postman Pat. Hello, number 1. and I'm being asked about the next map. Like, don't ask me, ask them. That's all right. I don't make the decisions. I just talk about stuff. It might be related.
But there's a good chance it's dog related, and that's fine.
Yeah. I keep seeing the last message you sent me.
Hey,
is
I'm
it
all
working?
about the hype, man.
Is it working?
Let's get hyped! We're going into game number 2!
So let's go back over these talents. Do you still have the stat page up or the thingy
I
up?
do.
No, I tried. Sylph, I tried to draw attention to them, but you using your. Oh my goodness, he did it! He did it! I'm not putting up the music. I'm just gonna do it. All right. Oh man, Pat redeeming the Eminem rap break. All right, I know what.
Let's go.
All right, hang on. I gotta take a sip, and I gotta make sure I get all of what I want. All right. Oh man, I've been waiting for someone to do this. All right, hang on. Let me get to the part. I
My
know.
body's
I
ready,
know it.
Taco.
All right. I'm just trying to remember the part right after it. All right.
No, Pat, why?
I'll see how far I can go. Some lumba dooma lumba yusu, and I'm a human. What I got to do to get it through that? I'm superhuman, innovative, animator, rubber, so anything you say is ricocheting off me and it'll glue to you. I'm devastated more than ever, demonstrating how to give a motherfucking audience feeling like they're levitating, never fading, and I know that haters are forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell after them celebrating, because I know the way to get them motivated. I make elevating music. You make elevated music. All right, that's the one.
Good. We did it. You did it.
It's fun. It's, I spent like a month learning that song, and now I've forgotten about half of it, but that was a few years ago.
On my Twitch channel, I have a thing that you can redeem for me to say the ABCs backwards.
Drunk?
What?
Well, like a sobriety test?
Those are usually forward.
Oh.
This is the opposite. I actually learned it because just a quick timeout. Great commentary on games and analysis by us rapping and talking about the ABCs. But I actually learned it because I heard a comedian say, "You think if a cop pulls you over and says, 'Have you been drinking tonight?' And you say, 'No, sir,' and he says, 'Okay, say the ABCs,' and you say ZYXWV, you test a QPO and a MLKJI, a shit BA, they have to let you go." And so I memorized it backwards. I was like 12.
There you go. That's awesome. Pat, thank you for redeeming your fuzzy taco lips. That's the first time anybody's redeemed that, and now I have to think of new stuff to put up there, new goals to aspire to. And no, Sylph, it's not mumble rap. I think I actually get those words out pretty clean. So the next map is indeed. Let me get over here. I can't do them on camera, Carv, but I do have a wireless mic, so I can so you can hear me cry. But the next map is going to be Alteric Pass, picked by the 9. And asked for is everyone ready? But let me give Carv his 10 push-ups real quick as my wife stares at me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the dog comes over to check to make sure I'm okay, because what is he doing? He doesn't do this very often. It's oh, and Carve disappeared. Thanks for the posture check, Pat. Y'all are having a lot of fun, and I'm glad. Here we go into Alteric Pass. Carve, thanks for redeeming your fuzzy taco lips as well.
What if we didn't call him fuzzy taco lips? We called him fuzzy tacos.
Well, but he's got a mustache, I think. He's supposed to.
Fuzzy taco stash?
I don't know. Right now I have a fuzzy taco lip.
I sure hope that when these two teams watch the replay, they're not like, man, I'm really looking forward to what they're talking about in the game. And they're just like, Man, I really hope that they can talk about push-ups and freaking
Eminem?
dogs, man. Yeah, and Eminem.
I am the whitest boy you know. The whitest kid you know? So yeah, I don't even know.
I think guy would be a proper way to describe yourself.
Guy is actually a derogatory term in the Navy.
Oh,
Who you talking
Well.
to, guy? What you talking about, guy? What you looking at, guy?
I think there's worse things you could be called.
Yeah, clown. What are you doing, clown? You eyeballing me, clown?
Interesting that they banned the Garrosh, who picked off 17 of those 22 kills.
Yeah, I think that was that's a very good ban. Absolutely coming into that. You know what? Let's get rid of. Let's go with the respect ban. Get rid of the Garrosh. Definitely a big threat. And here, where the rest of the team could be very far away on this really large map. Garrosh, a huge pick tank. Varian also going away. I'm kind of surprised the 9 Avatara don't want to play the Varian if not the Garrosh, because it's basically the same functionality.
Yeah, but tossing them behind is a different kind of frustration than it is jumping into somebody and taunting. And I'd just like to shout out Sylph in the chat for saying deep game analyst, or some people would say analysis. People
Just
don't
not
watch
you.
Taco and Carve for deep game analysis. Oh my gosh.
So
Well,
other
that's
people other than Carve would say
analysis.
analysis.
No, I'm just dumb.
Oh, okay. As long as we're not calling it an anal assist, we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
That's your channel. That you can call it whatever you want, bud. You can call it whatever you want, guy.
Oh, okay, clown. So Falstad coming out first pick again. Falstad still a strong hero after the patch. We haven't had any changes in the patch since last game. Here on this map, going to be a lot of rotations from the Falstad top and bottom. We do see the Pat come out, the Tassadar come out for the 9 Avatara. Diablo as well with the Murky skin. So go Souls and Slowmo. I'm done until next game.
Yeah, there's gonna be a wall at all times for Diablo. At all time,
Yeah,
there's gonna be a wall.
Walt.
Wall.
Tass,
What are
I'm
you saying,
going
guy?
in. On what? On your wall? Oh, right, I have a button. Is kind of how I imagine Tass are working. May and Anduin. So, Light Bomb, Anduin, or I mean, Light Bomb on the slides. Probably going to use the Light Bomb to set up some avalanches.
Yep.
Is what I am predicting. Although I'd like to see an ice wall with the setup. Just saying. I don't know.
Well, and if you think about it, they've got, with the Falstead and the May, what I would love to see is an avalanche gust and just send them halfway across them. Send them back to your core and destroy them.
Yeah, I really like the May here for the delay on the objective too. That blizzard is gonna keep ticking. Lucio getting banned. Lucio was a struggle to deal with. I think the Lucio Garrosh was a really strong combo. Tychus going away. Don't want the Tychus into the Diablo. They might be picking up something else a little spicy. Peanut Butter subbed in for Mahabar, I think was the name, something like that. Peanut Butter looks like...
Peanut Butter's going to be easier to pronounce, so I'm excited about that. Personally.
PB and easy. So Cassia getting picked up again, along with the deck. So Cassia the only duplicate pick so far for the 9, whereas Falstad and Anduin are dupe picks.
Ooh, we got a Thrall pick here.
Thrall and Jaina.
No,
Jaina
I'm
going
ready.
over. Jaina on the same side. I like the Thrall. I think the control is going to be really good. Looking at this team comp, while we're on the subject of Thrall and Jaina, do we see Earthquake or Sundering, and do we see Welly or Ring?
I think we're going to definitely see Earthquake here. There's not a channeled alt, really. I mean, Decker's got his sleep, but if I'm playing Thrall, I'm not taking a Sunder just for Deckard's sleep. I think I don't think Diablo's going Lightning Breath. So I just think that the utility that Earthquake has in team fights, especially with Jaina and May being able to slow people, I think you're just giving up a lot of value with that. Also, Pat, this is not South Canada gear. You live in North Minnesota, okay?
Dang, and that's coming from South Dakota. Hey, when are you in North Dakota gonna settle your differences and just become Dakota?
Well, North Dakota sucks, so that's
Oh. Oh man. All right, while we're loading in, everyone in chat, give at Cinnabakes some pogs for getting engaged. Congratulations to her. Exactly, Pat.
people never
Or
thought I
exactly,
would get
Carl.
engaged, but money talks, and I just paid a lot of money to my wife, and she was in.
And eventually the dowry was accepted.
It wasn't so much a dowry. I paid her directly cash, and then she has made it pretty clear she doesn't want to.
Oh.
So kind of depressing, but it works out.
Dontris, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Getting some cheers in for Souls and Slowmo. The draft has finished. There's the prediction live now for which team wins game number 2 on the blue team. For the 9 Avatara, we got Gecko on the Diablo, Peanut Butter on the Malthiel, Shybar on Cassia, Ska on the Deckard Payne, Kane, and Genghis Khan on Tassadar. Carve, who we got on the other corner?
On Sis, we've got Born to Shine, Mr. Born to Shine, sorry, still rocking the Anduin. The captain on Jaina, May's being played by Farfanigan, Sub-Zero on the Falstead again, and Thrall being played by the offlaner Silverbell. Looking forward to seeing a Thrall game. I love Thrall. Played him a lot, actually.
Well, then why don't you, like, play him?
I'm not very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he's a nice hero in theory. So right now, just a lot of, looks like both teams trying to get early soak. Tassadar trying to get his auto attack stacks going. Love me some auto attack Tassadar. Cassia.
Got a
3
slow
Thunderstrokes.
Deckard here. See if they can capitalize.
Yeah, that mud really, really strong, especially for heroes that excel in people standing still.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Oh, we got Marta's a Moratorium in the chat cheering on Souls and Slowmo. So we got Mom cheering on Sis.
Okay.
Here are the here are the level 1 talents. Sorry, I got distracted by the geek talk in chat. So I like the Feast on Fear. We got on a Pale Horse for the big map. Tassadar auto attacking. Cassia throwing Qs. And we got the slow on Sapphire from the Deckard Payne Kane. Echo the Elements on the Thrall kind of makes sense. I like the extra Qs. And then later on with the slows. Going for a Flurry Ice Storm. Getting that Blizzard build going on the May. Classic Jaina level 1. Lightning Rod for... or Dishonorable Discharge, I should say, on the Lightning Rod. Yeah, the skill is called Lightning Rod. And Anduin's doing Anduin things, and I'm not going to pretend to understand them.
You don't need to. It's fine.
Megan engaged on by the Diablo, slammed to the wall, and whatnot. Also, Death and Delay is Dad, and they are in spirit being represented in the chat as well. Lots of support. Sis, the parents came to support you and cheer you on. Whether you get playtime or sit on the bench, your parents are there, and it means a lot, and value it. Now make them proud.
I think it's worth mentioning that the moms are here to cheer on Sis, which could be the aunt. I'm not sure how their family works, but I don't know if it's not the aunt that's playing here.
Oh, you're saying the sis of mom?
Yeah, that's an aunt.
Oh,
my
so
friend.
that would okay. I see.
Yeah. Again, in-depth analysis from your boy Carve and Taco, the guy.
And Nagloid in the chat. Let's go. 5 of the 9. Both teams getting representation. Both teams want to have success tonight, and the best way to do that is to take us to a game 3. I am an unbiased caster.
Well, and if you think about it, it's freaking Friday night, grab some bourbon, grab some Coke, grab some water, grab whatever you'd prefer, and cheer for a game 3 here, because we don't got nowhere to be tomorrow.
Would you be
friends.
surprised if I told you that I need a refill?
No, I am also right there, but I've got the refill stuff right next to me.
Oh, if only I had a fantastic wife to refill me.
Nah, it's not that. I just brought it over right by my computer.
Yeah, but the ice cubes.
Anyway.
The ice cubes.
Level 7 talents on Sis here. We've got follow through on the Thrall. Honestly, not my favorite 7. Least favorite 7, actually. People who are better at the game can tell me that I am wrong, but I have never taken
Nice charge
that down.
onto the Falstad, into the wall, but gonna get stunned by the May Blizzard. Diablo Knight will follow the Falstad. Falstad, Sub-Zero looking really low, about to be at Sub-Zero health. No, the Anduin to the rescue. Diablo with a monster charge across to the Falstad. Not gonna get the pick, but Jane is gonna fall instead, but gonna take out Diablo and Malthael with her. Tassadar goes down well. Sis coming back with a vengeance, looking for this Cassia right now. Falstad changing targets to the Deckard with a nice root from the Thrall. Thrall finishing up the Deckard Pain. That is a 4 for 1.
Yeah, you gotta take a 4v1 right there.
Oh,
4 for 1.
absolutely. Boom.
Hype!
Absolutely. Yes.
Let's freaking go!
Let's freaking go. You know, I think it's this headset. Makes the sounds sound a little bit weirder, and it makes it harder for me to hype. Flip onto the May. May stunned into the wall. There's the blind. Not going to do much but except put some damage. May sliding away. And the Blizzard save. May getting out like the freaking scientist she is. I don't know what that means. Someone can pretend that it means something.
She does a lot of research in the Arctic. At least that's what I gather from.
And so she's good at sliding. Got it.
Yeah. You ever slide on ice? You're from Texas. You don't know what that's like. When ice is there, it's slippery.
I slid on ice on my front porch when we had that polar vortex make its way down.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I almost busted my... So it was a couple days later, but it was in the shade, so like I thought stuff had melted. Except...
Shade doesn't melt, friend. That's not how that works.
And so I stepped out the door, almost did the splits, and almost ended up on my ass, and I was carrying food.
Hot.
It was... No, it was actually very cold. That's why the ice was there. Carve, I don't know if you understand how ice works, but you were just trying to explain it to me, so I assume you do. Souls and Slowmo gathered up in 4. They've got a good advantage on the objective. Thrall and Malthael in the off lane. They see Diablo down. They see Tassadar in the middle. This is their chance to get this objective while the 9 are getting their camp. A really good opportunity to get their camp since they're not in a position to contest. Someone needs to get there though. The Souls in Slowmo taking the 9 Avatars. Prisoner camp gonna get this first objective. Probably they just need to delay the Tassadar, but they're splitting up and trying to respond to pressure as well. And point, nope, there it goes. Diablo trying to get the kill on Mr. Born to Shine, but May doing her level best to delay the delay. Succeeds, burns Ice Wall to maybe try to stop a rotation. And objective number 1 going over to Sis.
Going through the level 10 talents, we are correct.
Oh, we hit level 10?
Thrall taking... Yeah, we hit 10 a while ago. We were just talking about some fun stuff, man.
Like the game?
We got Thrall on Earthquake. Ice Wall from May, we saw that pop out. Jaina's doing Ring of Frost. Mighty Gust from Falstead helped in the disengage last time. Light Bomb from Anduin with Mr. Born to Shine. And Cassia mixing it up a little bit, although... Cassia was played by the 9 Avatara last game.
That's correct.
Yeah, she's going Ball Lightning. They're transitioning a little bit from that.
Catching the kill on the Thrall who gets off an emergency Earthquake.
Not the time to use the Earthquake.
It does dismount the Malthael in time for Falstad to get a decent engage on him. So, you know, strats. Diablo chasing the May up. May sliding out, says, no, I'm out of here. I am out. Interesting May build going for structure disable, extra root, or rather extra self-healing. Diablo catching his souls. Peanut butter, getting peanut butter and saved by the Diablo. That lightning rod Almost enough to kill. Diablo catching Falstad out, going to almost kill Falstad, forcing both of these heroes to go back to base. Camp getting picked up for the 9 yet again. Souls and Slowmo, I believe. No, they have picked up their siege camp once. Let me double check. Yeah, that's what no flags looks like. Gotta love that 6.5 out of 10. There are no comeback mechanics in this game except for, well, most of them. Thrall trying to catch some extra XP, has finished that Echo of the Elements. There is the flip.
Thrall goes
from
down
Diablo.
here for
yeah,
sure.
Nice root from Deckard. Archon use. I don't think that was necessary. But definitely effective.
I mean, Thrall probably dies there anyway, but you have Ancestral Wrath on 7, you might be able to delay the death a little bit to the point where you can live until your teammate gets there.
Ooh, a nice gust to protect the mate, caught in the stay a while and listen. There is the cryo freeze getting yanked out by Mr. Born to save right there. As this next objective comes up, Souls and Slowmo, 9 Avatara neck and neck on XP. Here's a look, only about 100 difference in total XP. And objectives get started by the 9 Avatara. The Souls and Slowmo have picked up their siege camp. That's going to push while they come onto this objective. That's going to be really good for them right now. Only one fort is down on the map. Malthiel goes out. There goes the Cassia. Earthquake, huge here, restricting any retreat. Tassadar not going to be able to escape from the Mei and the Thrall. He's going to go down. Diablo flipping Falstad. Falstad Jaina chasing hard onto the tank and the healer, preventing them from intervening and protecting their team. Souls and Slowmo really bringing us the business today on this game number 2.
Yeah, they're rallying from a difficult game 1 to show they ain't going anywhere. Falstad a little forward here. Hopefully he doesn't pay for it with his life.
Yeah, you know, he had that barrel roll save ready to go and gets away from the Diablo after the flip. So, I think overall, calculated. Quackulated?
I think that is how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Mei dropping that blizzard, gonna get a stun onto the Diablo. There's the Ice Wall. Diablo not going anywhere for a little bit. The Ring of Frost a little early, but catches 2. This objective not going to get stopped. Souls and Slowmo picking up their second set of Raiders in a row, but at the cost of Mei. There's the gust to secure the escape for Souls and Slowmo Jaina at about 100 health. Body
I
blocking
can't believe
the
I can't believe the last rites didn't kill her. I thought she was done for sure. Not fully healing. She's pushing. She doesn't care about that health.
That's what Anduin's mana bar is for.
Oh yeah. Trading mana for health, my friend.
Let's see. Yep, there it is. Oh no, those are health globes. And there's the Q from the Anduin. Tassar trying to make a defense of this objective. Gonna put out a lot of damage though. Tassar just full of damage and slows, whether it's his Q or his auto attacks, just lots of stuff to deal with. And he did go Archon instead of Black Hole. I think Archon provides a better presence for them with this team comp. I don't think they really want to push people away. Their comp's all about keeping people still or bringing them in. And we get a siege camp coming out for Souls and Slowmo and the 9 Avatar. Both teams getting on pretty quick, saying we need to go get this now. Jaina trying to not get taken out by the Knolls. Looks like trying to save mana as well. Just gonna go ahead and auto attack those down. No, there's the Blizzard again. Diablo catching a flip on to Falstad. There's the Gus in the root. Last right's not gonna go off. Still gonna get the stack though, as the kill for Malthiel takes out Falstad. And but the kill count still in favor of Souls and Slowmo, but down by about a half level. Well, what do you think of the current situation there, Carp?
You know, there's one fort down on the whole team.
What a big ice wall onto Diablo and the Deckard. The Ring of Frost not going to catch anybody, but the APOC coming out of the ice wall is going to hit someone. And the Earthquake goes out. Diablo not going to get out. Deckard does because the focus flips over to Diablo. Jaina finishing off that kill, catching those souls. And the stay while illusion interrupted by the icing from May. Deckard's gonna go down. There's the root onto Malthael. Souls and Slowmo said, we got two of you. We're coming for more. Blood is spilling on the battlefield. Here comes Falstad. Gonna get back, but Diablo charging the Thrall. Peanut Butter trying to stay alive. Thrall's gonna die instead. Archon out. May going to fall. The
Big
Gus
turn.
not quite in time. Absolutely a huge turn. As you said, coming out from the 9, catching the tank and the bruiser after Souls and Slowmo killed the 9's tank and healer.
Yeah, that I thought was going to go one direction, then it completely flipped 180. All they needed to do was turn around, take the advantage, kill 1, maybe 2, go get ready for objective, keep this game rolling, and get everybody the thing they want most in this world, a game 3.
Absolutely.
Still in it, though. Still in it.
Everyone loves Game 3. I'm showing an objective that's not being capped instead of this boss that the 9 Avatara just picked up, because that's not what I expected to be happening. So boss gets picked up for the 9 Avatara. A nice 2-man ice wall onto Cassia and the Tasker. Cassia was just walking, not in a charge. The Gus comes out, getting rid of any follow-up. That is 2 heroics for 1. Archon on cooldown for a little bit longer. 9 Avatar in position to start this channel. May, alone and unafraid, slides out with just under 800 health. May walking away with no kit left. And there is the last rites, and that is 1 dead climatologist. APOC goes out, and the Ring of Frost killing the Diablo. But a nice sleep on top of the APOC, and that is just Sis. It must be past Sis's bedtime.
Yeah, that was a long sleep.
Grandpa,
that
Uncle
boy
Deckard
was tired.
Telling the stories. Yep. Ooh, there's the light bomb. Gonna catch the Cassia. Followed up with a root with a big kill on a Cassia from the Thrall and the Falstad teaming up. But Tassadar taking out the Jaina instead. These are big potions from the Deckard that Thrall cannot pick up, unfortunately for him, because they look tasty. Sylphrinia, I'm sorry I missed your points. I'll find them in a little bit, and I'm sure I will take care of the problem.
First objective here for the 9 Avatara. We'll see if they can do some more damage. If they're going to try to go for top is what it looks like they're going to do, instead of maybe trying to push a keep with 4v4 here. Little challenging because Diablo just popped up. Definitely the safer route.
Meanwhile, Mr. Bornstein and Thrall getting rid of that bottom raider. The top raider is going to take this fort. That is now 3 forts to 1 in favor of the 9 Avatara. Souls and Slowmo still in a really good position to come back. They need to catch these level 20s. But currently for the 9 Avatara, getting 2 of them stopped in an ice wall with a nice follow-up. There is the APOC out though, and the Blizzard gonna be enough. Deckard and Malthael fall in a nice combo coming from Jaina and Falstad, but none can stop death, and Malthael has returned. Speaking of which, we have no one can stop death on the Malthael, Lord of Terror on Diablo, Twilight Archon on Tassadar, Infinite Lightning on Cassia, and Respect the Elderly. That's going to be huge coming out of the Deckard. Souls in Slow Motion picking up this boss. Level 20s for Souls in Slow Motion are going to be Earth and Shields on the Earthquake, which was, I was pretty sure that's what it was called, but I hovered anyway just to check. Shatter on the Ice Wall, Ice Barrier, Deep Chill on the Jaina, Wind Tunnel on the Falstad, and Glyph of Faith. I almost said Glyph of Leap of Faith, but that's basically what it is on the Anduin.
Yeah, their team fight is really strong here. They've really won most of the 5v5s, 4v4s. What they need to do is just make sure they're pushing their advantages and not throwing it away, because they've done that a couple of times where they get the kill overextend, and then it allows the 9 Avatar to come back a little bit and not let that be as painful.
Yeah, this is also the kind of comp that we wanted to see from them last game as well. You're talking about those big Wombo team comps. I'm glad that they found it. I'm glad that they're making it work. They left Thrall to do the camp on his own. He's going to have to go back anyway. So getting some good push, trying to get this bottom 4 even up the map going into this next objective. But they're getting collapsed on by the 9 Avatar, but they have no idea. Ice Wall's ready, Gust is ready, Light Bomb's ready, but they want to have them available for this objective. They don't want to use it right now, but APOC goes out and the Twilight Archon,
wind tunnel.
And instead Wind Tunnel, only 1 heroic used right now for the disengage in exchange for 2. That is a net benefit for Souls and Slowmo, who were in a really, really tough position not 30 seconds ago.
Well, and that's the advantage that Falstead can have, because you have just a super strong disengage, especially at level 20. There's no way that if you hit that Gust right, that other team can do anything about it. Again, Falstead, strong hero, might have to give him a shot.
Yeah, although I don't know. I don't know if you can handle it.
Can't handle the fall. Can't handle the dwarf.
I don't know that you can handle the dwarf or the gnome in your in
Toss
your
me.
case.
Tell the elf.
Falstad coming in, trying to scout out this boss. About 5 seconds away from Wind Tunnel. He could steal it if they were on it. Did not catch them doing it. I don't even think he saw the Diablo. But the entire team coming down. Looking like we're going to have a 5v5 showdown for either for this boss or for this next objective.
Objective just being totally disregarded here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not real, right?
No, yeah. Well, and Cassia's going to solo it.
Yeah, and there's a camp pushing in mid. That's going to do a lot of damage to that wall if it doesn't get cleared out, which is about to. Souls in slow motion moving up to this objective. They should be able to see Cassia because those guards do get
Cassia
vision.
all by herself.
Yeah, Cassia just wrecking that objective. And we're going to go ahead and get that channel stopping 2 seconds in. Does Cassia get
And
away?
Falstead take Cassia down.
Oh, Cassia trying to instant mount.
He's got her. He's got... Yep. Okay. Pop your dub.
There it is. That instant mount getting instantly dismounted. For Traveler, not quite enough to get away from the Falstad. But we have May trying to interrupt this boss. An ice wall gonna come out, but too early. Not gonna be able to get the cat. But there's the wind tunnel. Is it enough?
Not the wind tunnel you want there.
Oh, the positioning feels so bad. Not quite able to secure the boss steal, but he tried so hard. And Jaina's gonna go down as well as the May, and this boss going to start pushing on to a keep. Thrall picking up the objective, counter Cassiaing the Cassia. And Souls and Slowmo gonna try to defend this keep while Thrall holds that objective going. But the 9 saying, we want this keep, we want to get rid of this core armor. Hopefully only going for the keep and not trying to push. Oh, I've got a health bar up. There we go.
Ken Falstead's going to take out the Diablo here.
Yep, Diablo goes down. There is the APOC, though, right before dying. Gonna stun the Falstad. Tassadar gets the finish. It looks like the 9 Avatar are going to try to finish into 2 layers of armor on this keep. And Thrall coming back, letting that channel stop. Diablo and Cassia going back, trying to get objective pressure. This core actually going down fairly reliably. This Twilight Archon gonna last a long time. There's the ice wall, gonna just kind of narrow down that corridor. Tassadar, rather
Gotta get rid of Tassadar here. Gotta get rid of Tassadar.
I am surprised that they were able to take that boss with just 2 armor plates, without the Cassia, without the Diablo. What?
Well, they had the boss too. Boss is what did it there.
But
getting
core
rid of all
armor
the
is so strong. I'm just
not strong
surprised.
enough, my friend.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just surprised. I thought Souls in slow motion were in a really good position to come back and take this game and go on to a game 3. Get that set going. This stat page. I like stats. Do you like stats?
Big stat guy. Big stats guy.
Well, what big stats do you see, big stats guy?
Big Stats Guy sees that Falstad did a bunch of hero damage, top hero damage in the game. Tassadar, more siege damage than almost any other 2 heroes combined. But what we were talking about before with the fact that Souls and Slowmo is just able to get those team fights, but they're just not able to take advantage of their advantages, giving Boss down the bottom lane and having a wind tunnel that blew him right back into it. Not what you're looking for in that position. May doing her best to try to keep everybody down. Hopefully she was calling hard to have everybody come down, just wasn't in time.
Yeah, really a lot of pressure from the May, unfortunately away from her team a lot, which we've seen is easy to do with May.
Very. I've heard horror stories. Never seen it in real life, but yeah, May with her unstoppable, her self-heal, her escape, it's easy to get lost in the abilities that you have to get out, but sometimes you just can't 5v1.
Yeah, it's hard. Really, really good potentials for those plays, and it just didn't quite come together. Really big combos out of the out of the Diablo with the Tassadar, Cassia pulls. It was good. It was really strong. Silfrenia, while we're waiting on figuring out about this interview, there are 3 pets. Which one are you picking? And Carve, I will see you over in the NGS Discord.
I will be there.
Maybe. If I can get a hold of the man. I don't know where they went. Ah!
That was weird.
Oh.
How we doing?
I accidentally moved people. That's oops. Hang on. Hold tight.
I'm holding.
There we go. Things moved around and I accidentally moved someone. I have to apologize.
Oh, he's gone. Great interview.
Oh, uh-oh.
Shout out to Dontris1, thanking us for the past.
All right, we
I
have
hope
him
you
back.
put a lot of color commentary, my friend.
We up and running?
Yeah, we good. I'm sorry about that. Had a few little things.
Hiccups.
Yeah. So great set. I'm still waiting on an answer from Sylph about which pet I'm supposed to give a treat to. I'm sure you'll understand when you come back and watch the VOD. You should come back and watch the VOD with 0 expectations. So, congratulations on the sweep. Really strong showing. Game 1. Let's go over game 1. Tell me about that draft.
Yeah, so I wasn't super involved this one. I sat out so our Finnish player Gecko could play these games. He stayed up all night to play. It was like 5 a.m. or something like that. But I knew going into
Playing
it
with a
that-
guy in the European server, and you guys did that well?
Yeah, we come from. We've talked about this before. At least I brought up in some of the interviews. We play this other game called Myth 2 Soulblighter. And,
Oh yeah, that's where all you guys got together, right?
Yeah, that's where we all got together. And for whatever reason, there's a huge Finnish community on that game. Pretty much like the best players who ever played that game were all Finnish people. And so we've gotten really close with them over the years. And Gecko is a Finnish guy. So yeah, he plays on the North American servers with us from Finland.
Real quick, because I just now I didn't realize that you weren't in any games, and I want to have you here. Don't get me wrong, but can you also grab someone that played?
I'll try. I watched your stream with the delay, so I saw what happened.
Right.
But let me see if I can get anyone. Everyone's pretty shy. Let me see.
All right.
Give me just a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Right now I think the puppies are going to the bathroom. Sylph. I'll get the insane doggo in a second. But yeah, Carve. So the second game, I don't know. I still don't like the armor push. I thought the whole thing was bold.
At the end there,
Yeah.
I think when you have a boss and you have a player is not with the team, because we knew Thrall was capping objective. And so I'm guessing their thought process was along the lines of saying, hey, let's see if we can do some damage. Let's see what happens. There's no Thrall. May's dead. They had, I think, 4 of their players pushing with the boss, and maybe they don't get it. Maybe they think, hey, maybe we get another pick or two. If they get a pick or two, even with that double armor boss, there's a good chance they're going to do some good damage with it, especially if they don't have any heroes contesting it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. It just, how often do you see that game end with 1 keep down? That map, I should say.
I think it happens a decent amount. But yeah, it's way harder with 2 than it is with 1. That's
Yeah. Still waiting to figure out if we can get someone extra, as Universe said. Might be a little bit shy.
Yeah,
so
everyone's battling back and forth right now about who's gonna actually jump on with me. So.
All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out for someone to show up in the. You told them just getting a coin toss and I'll move them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what happens when one jumps in. I'm surprised that no one wants to join, but.
All right. Well, so you said you weren't involved with the draft either. You're just purely a spectator this match.
Yeah, I mean, we go in with plans, like we have stuff that we have talked about. So we pretty much followed that. I like, we have a lot of flexibility between a bunch of our players. So we can flex to a lot of different roles and a lot of different heroes, which, benefits us considering we have a bunch of different people playing in any given match.
Right.
But we knew going into it, we wanted to take away their Varian and their Zeratul, and that's what we did. It looks like game 1 they took away Zul'jin, which we had discussed, and the second game I forget what the third ban for us was. Top of
was I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't either. But yeah, so mostly they left open towers for us, which we felt pretty good about.
apparently.
Yeah.
I'd feel pretty good about it if you play it like that.
Yeah, tell me about the Garrosh combo.
Yeah, so I basically, I think that they saw that they had the Chromie that was picked, so they felt pretty strong that they could toss Chromie as much as possible and secure that kill since he's so squishy, has no escape. And that seemed to be the case.
Chromie's usually very protected, though.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they were catching rotations and stuff, but he was also he was going really deep in a lot of those in team fights with Garrosh.
Yeah, especially with that Indomitable and the Lucio, you're able to get around. So.
Yeah, so it definitely Garrosh was diving really deep for those tosses, getting pretty risky. But Ska was definitely popping those ults at the right time to save him.
Yep.
And it basically worked out. I mean, it seemed like 9 Avatara had the lead for pretty much the whole game, and they basically lost that one skirmish on the mid objective, and they lost maybe like 1 or 2 people and backed out, and then recovered. But it was actually pretty big recovery for Souls and Slowmo because they caught an XP after that, and it was pretty even for us the game. So that was a good engage from them.
Yeah, it looked like they were gonna start coming back in that first game, and there just wasn't quite enough. That last fight drug on long enough. There was a lot of staggering. Was there anything in particular that you noticed from that game 1 from your guys that you wanted to particularly point out?
I thought that Maharba, his double soaking was awesome. He basically had Gazlo on the back foot the entire time. And the 4-man group stuck together really well and definitely caught a lot of people out of rotation a bunch of times. And I think that they were able to secure some good kills. And that really started to widen the XP gap. And yeah, they just they kind of bullied them off of a lot of the points, and they were able to, take the camp right away when it was popping up. So I thought the timing for us was really good, and I thought that again, I thought that Genghis's garage play was excellent with Lucio.
Oh, Genghis was the
stop.
garage.
Yeah,
That's right. Wait, so who was Gecko playing? The cat.
Gecko was playing Jaina.
The Jaina. Oh, Jaina did switch teams. Okay.
Yeah. So they swapped positions in the second game.
Okay. Yeah, I see. That makes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
But
see.
yeah, so-
Okay.
But yeah, I thought that Gecko also had some really solid play in the towers
some really
game.
good charges, setting some stuff up. Those APOCs were
Yeah.
generally very effective. So as we're talking about that game 2 a little bit, game 2
Yeah.
was looking really rough, and as you heard, I like game 3s. Nothing against the 9.
For sure.
But the overall, like take us through game. What was the strat? Because you said y'all had an idea going in. What was it y'all were trying to do for Alterac?
So on Alterac, we like Diablo there. All the objectives are just against all those walls. So Diablo's we felt was a really solid pick there, and they had played Diablo game 1. So since they didn't first pick Diablo, they first picked Falstad. We were able to take Diablo away from them. We felt on a map that he's pretty solid on. So Gecko selected him, and we locked Tassadar at the same time. And we felt that was a nice combo with the overpower and the walls. Just gives you a lot of positioning advantage with that. So yeah, it was pretty similar if I'm not mistaken. I think they banned out Varian and Zeratul again as the first two. But yeah, we just kind of went into it with the mindset of trying to grab camps as quickly as they came up. We've been practicing Alterac a bunch this week, and yeah, we wanted to kind of put it to the test after we had practiced it this week and tried out a couple of new strategies that we had read about, and it was looking a little bit grim to start the game. We fell behind about a level in XP, and I think we got really good defense set up for all of the objectives they were taking, because they took the first 2 objectives and they didn't really convert anything with it. We kept all of our towers up.
You had
I think
really
even
strong defense, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that because of that, we were able to actually catch an XP because they weren't really pushing hard when they got those objectives up. And we were pretty confident, I think as a team, when we get to level 10 with a lot of those heroes, that we would be able to, start to snowball and win some of those team fights. And all credit to Gecko. I think his Diablo play was fantastic. Sitting in the bushes, waiting for the overthrows, pushing people out of position. I think he really got into their heads about, being out of position, because he was just kind of manhandling them a bit.
Yeah. So I have a tank question for you. Just kind of since I forget what role you generally play.
I play tank and I play mage generally.
Okay, so
But I offlane sometimes too.
So because you use the Diablo here, you took Feast on Fear. How has that been feeling for you guys since the patch?
Honestly, I think we're still kind of just getting used to stuff. Like, the patch happened and we just kind of rolled with the punches, and we're still playing a lot of the same stuff. It's changed some of our builds. Like, I know Muradin is a bit weaker. Falstad seems to actually be more powerful now. He got buffed a bunch, but yeah, we're just kind of playing around that. We really focus on like our team play more than kind of like how the individual heroes have played out. But I don't know. I don't play Diablo a whole lot. Gecko would probably know better than me about that, but
that's fair.
But
just in case, I didn't know if you'd been there for a lot of that Diablo practice or not, and hearing feedback. Just interesting, because that the buff or the nerf to the heal over time, but a buff by getting that initial heal gives him lot more, like when he's comboing, a lot more survivability instead of overlapping some of that heal over time. So I was just
that makes sense.
But it's less sustained, so.
I see. Yeah, no, I think it works out for him because he's so good at landing those combos.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. The mouthfeel looks pretty standard. So, If also watching, so you have the advantage of having watched it already.
Yeah.
Who would you name MVP?
Who would I name MVP? I mean, that's tough.
And I understand that you haven't talked to the team yet. They haven't gotten feedback. Just initial glance, not necessarily who you report the match as MVP. Just off the cuff.
Off the cuff, I'm gonna go with Shy Bar. He had a awesome first game, went 6-0, and the second game he really did a bunch of research on Alterac and on how to play that, and we employed it on the second game. I know that was what they were planning to do, and yeah, I think it worked out really well. So I'm gonna give credit where it's due, and I think Shy Bar takes MVP for the match.
All right, fantastic. Carve, do you have any questions on the match?
Yeah, Taco and I were talking a lot in the game too about just being able to kind of survive the advantages that they took when they picked off a couple of you guys, just being able to rally and sometimes getting a counter pick. But the final call when you guys went for the boss, I had some analysis of what I thought the reasoning behind it was when you only had one keep down. You know what the team's call was or why they decided to go and push there. Like I said, I think I have an idea of why you guys would have done that, but I'm curious to hear what your guys' thought was at the end there, trying to push to end that.
So for us, I mean, as a team, we're very macro friendly. We pay a lot of attention to the overhead map and where heroes are at. That other game we play has a very, very similar layout with an overhead map, and you can see where the enemy is at. So it's, and the really crucial part of that game is paying attention to where your enemy is. So I know that translates well for us here. And from the looks of things, from what I saw, it looked like they understood that Thrall was pretty much just focused on the top lane and pushing solo when that objective was up, and a bunch of their team was just kind of split trying to clear. So it looked like 9 Avatara took a really gutsy decision to try and basically take that boss. And lucky for us, Souls and Slowmo kind of leaked in one by one, and we were able to get a bunch of picks off and take the boss. So I think May came in first to try and delay it, and I think she was taken out. Then I want to say maybe Falstad was next, and so yeah, it just was kind of a domino effect. I thought it was definitely a bold decision. It could have, for a second there, it looked like it was not going to go well. If they were there as 5, it probably would have been game for them, I think. I think they probably would have taken us out there, potentially, because we probably even gotten a full team, or at least 4, a bot, 5 going. I think that was a really guts. It was definitely dangerous, but hey, I guess we live on the, and it worked out. Our Genghis was able to pop his ult and get some really good kills in there. And yeah, soon we saw the boss was go. Was capturing the objective. Genghis just made the call to push core. It looked like they, and it worked out because they had 3 down. And again, it was really definitely a dangerous, but it worked out.
Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts too. I mean, you have a boss, you've got one guy clearly up in top lane, or I think he was looking at the objective, and you maybe don't go into that call thinking you're definitely going to end, but I mean, with the way that you guys had played, and really the theme I thought was just getting picks the whole game, you guys got kills that really either gave you the advantage or weakened their advantage, and I thought that was probably a good call there to just see what you could do, and obviously it paid off for you guys. Good work.
Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, we're just we're having fun, man. It's cool to actually be playing an active game again. And I know, again, a lot of people would say this game isn't active, but try playing in a community with like 80 people, and then
Right, absolutely. Which is the game
Yeah.
you said that you all came from, is a small community now, right?
yeah, I'm not exaggerating either. It's about 80 people probably left who actively play the game, and that might even be a stretch.
And like 76 of them are in Finland.
A good portion of them, probably like a tenth of that population is Finnish or so. But
Jeez.
yeah, so we're having a really great time. It's really fun to just be a part of an active community, then people like yourself that are covering every single game, and just it makes things a lot more interactive, and we really appreciate and enjoy the interaction, and it's cool to be winning this time because last season was pretty brutal.
Yeah, I found NGS 2 seasons ago, and I've loved it. This is my first season like actually playing. I think I subbed in 1 match last season, but
Cool.
I love the community. I started out casting in season 9, didn't play at all until last season, and then now I'm rostered on a team, and it's fantastic. And I'm looking forward to our match against.
Yeah, that's coming up in like a couple weeks, right? You reached out today.
Let me look at a schedule real quick. Night Avatara is week 6. Next week is week 5. So, yes.
Yeah, 2 weeks out. It should be a good matchup, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Carv, did you have anything else to ask?
No, that's all I got. Good work. I just a shout out to Ska on the Lucio first game. Is that correct?
Correct. He was awesome.
Yeah, man, he saved Garrosh's aggression so many times, and obviously with Garrosh you're gonna be aggressive, but he had so many good heroics that just either saved him barely or saved the team. And sometimes it's tough to do that when you're just saving one person, but it keeps the advantage up there. So good work, shout out to him. And you guys really put on a clinic for that first game, especially on that map where you can come back so easily if you just aren't paying attention, and you guys just kept your advantages. So good work there.
Thank you very much. And agreed on Scott. Some of those heroics he was busting were literally exactly the moment they needed to happen. And I think it's a possibility that he might have won that game just from his how much attention he was paying.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the subject of a shout out to Ska, Universe, the floor is yours. Shout outs. Where can people find you? The 9 Avatara, etc.
Yeah, shout out to Taco and Carv for setting this up and picking this up last minute. It's always great to be able to have a bunch of our community check on how we're doing and watch these matches and get involved with Heroes of the Storm. I think there was just a couple of us playing originally a couple years ago, and now we've probably got about 20 or so people playing from the Myth community on Heroes of the Storm, and that's really great. As I said, we've been friends for about 20 years. So,
well, I'm glad y'all asked me to do it because I appreciate the free scouting.
Yeah, definitely. So, enjoy that. I hope it feels good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't scout, as you could probably tell from the analysis. There wasn't a whole lot of scouting or analysis either. So
it's a show.
Yeah.
It's a show.
Yeah,
we're putting on a show. Too many
And
of
you
these
did a great
uptight
job.
casters are just calling the game and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, I think the commentary is the most important part. If you're just doing a play-by-play of what you're seeing on the screen, that's fine. But it's great when you get the actual commentary. Like, there's a reason Inside the NBA is the best show on television. It's because there's like zero like play-by-play. It's all analysis.
Yeah, not Joe Buck calling a baseball game.
Yeah. Well, I think as long as the important stuff is on the screen, there's some that speaks for itself, and then there's so. Yeah,
it's good to cut it up and mix it up. That's for sure. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys for picking it up, and shout out to the 9 Avatara for just being engaged and having fun together, and getting us through this crazy time of isolation and quarantine together. And I think we've all kind of helped each other stay sane. So love those guys. Thanks to NGS for putting together a really organized tournament. And thanks to Souls and Slowmo for having a great match with us. And yeah, it's been if I'm not mistaken, this might have even been a flex match, I think, with them. So really appreciate them setting up a flex match on what was it down. So great games.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Glad that you still had answers for us, even if you apparently didn't make the cut for this week. And
gotta take one for the team sometimes. When the Finnish guy's up at 4 or 5 in the morning all night, you sit out.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. It makes a lot of sense, and it was good to see him play. Yeah, thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening, and go fill the Finnish guy's spot so y'all can play some Storm League or something.
That's what we're about to do. I'm sitting in the queue right now.
Oh, there you go. All right, have a
Cool,
good night, man.
Take it easy, guys.
All right,
Bye.
Carv, I'm gonna call you back.
I'm here.
Are you? Oh, I don't see you. There you are.
Back.
Is this the, is that the view we want? That's the view we want. I don't, uh-oh. There it goes. Okay. So, what a set. What a good conversation, too. That's the second time I've interviewed Universe, and I think he carries a good conversation about what's going on.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. I know if I wasn't playing, my analysis would have been way worse, because I would have no idea what was going on.
Yeah, too busy in chat and talking about things that aren't related to the game, right?
Yeah. Not that I would ever do that or anything.
Right, of course. So before we leave, real quick, I do want to announce that the NGS Storm Division game between Region and TF Zugrugs ended just a little bit ago. It was a Game 5 match, ending in favor of TF Zugrugs in what was a tight game. It looked like the whole way. So Region falling there. We were going to go over to there if it lasted long enough, but it didn't. So just want to give that heads up for anybody interested in Storm Division. Carve, last thoughts on this match?
You know, I played a few years ago in Div E, and I will tell you what, that was a absolute cluster meme fest. But Div E is not Div E anymore. You know, I've played in Div C, Div A, Div E, all over the place, and you can't take games at this level for granted. You saw what the 9 Avatara did. They didn't just beat Souls and Slowmo. I mean, you can say what you want about the games, but they played well.
They did,
and that
Souls and
team
Slowmo
knew what
came
they
back
were doing.
Hard. They were coming back
yeah.
hard too, and so it
It wasn't a throw. You know, it wasn't bad play. I mean, there was some positioning questions and some different stuff that was suspect and stuff, but by and large, it was a good match,
Yeah,
a good
how often
series
do you
played by two good
practice-
teams.
How often do you practice a boss steal, right? Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just
that's a hard one.
it has to come up. So there a lot of things that could have gone a little bit different, completely swinging the games. 9 Avatar coming out on top, coming out really strong, really good showing out of them. And I'm looking forward to the matches against both of these teams.
Yeah, it'll be tight. There's no way around that.
All right, Carve, where can we find you?
South Dakota. You can come
Okay.
here. Find me there. Otherwise, twitch.tv/supercarverg. Honestly, I don't stream that much. IRL stuff is kind of busy right now. Find me there. My Twitter handle is eitherfoot. Don't tweet much. I'm mainly a recluse, but message me on Discord in the NGS channel. If you see me on the NGS channel in Heroes of the Storm, hit me up. Let's play some games. I'm always down to have some fun. So, yeah.
All right, and everybody, thank you so much for being here. Sylph, I hope you saw the pet feed, because I did do it. Thank you for spending your points. I'm Taco. You can find me at the Lil Taco on Twitter. I try to stay up to date with all of my casting, with Region Rebels matches and whatnot, and also at Region Hots, part of the Region Network. Good place to find all Region activities. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening, and with that, we're going to send it off over to I've had a person, and then one of my other friends that plays in Girls Gank Squad, playing some Heroes of the Storm right now, just some casual stuff. We're gonna drop over there and say hi to Slink. Say hi to Slink Meister. If I can find my raid button. But again, thank you so much for hanging out at the taco truck. And with that, it's not working. I'm still talking. And with that, I will bid you good night. Good night, Carve.
Night, bud.